Green will be getting up here in a little bit. He's just very tired.
Yeah.
I try to wake up.
Again, if I at some point just go, all right, we're done. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
One of those nights.
That's all right.
It has been a long week.
Yeah.
We had the end of school. Summer camp started. Okay. So, are we ready?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Are we recording?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. When we last left off, you all went shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to remember what you guys bought. Let's see. You went to an auction house.
Mm-hmm.
You failed to purchase a Staff of Power.
Yeah.
You failed to purchase a Staff of Striking.
Yep.
You succeeded in purchasing a Tome of Understanding.
Yes.
And there was
Went
another
top.
item up for bid. What was it?
A staff of
Frost.
frost. Yes. Yeah. I was like,
Yep.
cold.
And you passed on that.
Yeah. Went to go
Aera
talk.
went and talked to the woman that had purchased the Staff of Striking, and you went on a walk.
Mm-hmm.
And you started to you began learning about these things called the 8 virtues, and you actually met one of the warriors
Yes.
of these 8 virtues. You met the person who embodied the virtue of humility, and she entrusted you with the knowledge that one day that she would pass on the mantle to someone, and you were a possible candidate for that.
We also learned that the mysterious cleric, whose note we found when we defeated the horror, was also one of the one of the guardians or warriors of the 8 virtues. I believe he was the virtue of spirituality.
Correct.
Yes. And so they're trying to stop bad things from happening to the multiverse. We're trying to stop bad things from happening to the multiverse. And they're kind of keeping an eye on us to see if any of us. Oh, right. Also, Salic?
Salic
Was another of the 8. He was the
Sacrifice.
warrior. Yeah, sacrifice, generosity.
Sacrifice, correct.
Sacrifice, yeah.
Because that is compassion and courage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You have to have love for another, and you have to be willing to give something. You have to have the courage to be able to give something.
Yes. And so he's been gifting things to Vernon, and this lady's been gifting things to me, and maybe we'll run into some other ones. So who knows?
Oh my god, Salic loves Vernon.
But Salic didn't just give things to Vernon. Like, it was a matter of, you remember the last time you saw him.
Yeah.
Personal obligation.
Yeah. I didn't mean he just gave. He presented them to him as like a very important, like necessary gift.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. There was. Yeah.
Yes.
So we know three.
Sacrifice
Yes.
is that tenant.
Yes.
I smell wedding bells.
Yes, I too smell bells.
What's the
Weirdos, I lick bells.
What's the mental disorder where you like smell colors?
Synesthesia.
Like that? Is that aphasia?
Synesthesia.
Synesthesia. It's like a legit like mental disorder where you can like taste colors and shit like that.
Mike, you're 7 minutes behind the rest of us.
Come on
If you didn't take your headphones off when you asked the question.
Anyway.
It's alright.
So
there's a doctor in the house.
Not quite yet.
Not quite.
Still working on it.
Yeah.
But
so, synesthesia. Anyway, Yes. So far you know of 3 warriors, 2 of whom are still alive. What else happened last time? Throkk went off and stood in front of the portal.
Mm-hmm.
That lead in Cornan.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that portal that appears to lead to some kind of
Plane of fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It appears to lead to the plane of fire. And there was a fire giant that came through it at one point.
Mm-hmm. He's waiting to fight more fire giants.
There was no activity to report from Throkk so far.
Much to his
So
disappointment.
that's that. I know more stuff happened. I'm trying to remember what.
I don't remember a lot of this. I must have been really tired near the end of that.
Oh yeah, you were.
We bought a lot of stuff. Like,
Yeah,
Arranis bought me some keys.
Yeah, we did a lot of shopping. We got tuning forks. For Illianor.
A bunch of tuning forks,
and
which I described in great detail.
That you
on
did.
the off note, Autumn made this.
Cute.
Katie thinks it's really cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, there are these little kits you can get, and they like teach you how to sew, and they give you like patterns and things. Like Autumn knows how to sew, but it's like really great for like little kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
Oh, and they're like fucking adorable too.
Yeah, that's really good. Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't help but wonder if Albadan is somehow part of these tenets or virtues.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Do you remember what the virtues are?
I don't. I know 3 of them.
I made notes somewhere, but I'm not. Yes, I have notes.
I have not gone through the recording.
I must have been checked the fuck out.
Humility, spirituality, sacrifice, justice, honor, truth, love, and courage.
So there are 3 principles.
Yeah, the 3 principles are truth, love, and
courage. Pure truth is honesty. Pure love is compassion. Pure courage is valor.
Yes. And then the virtues that are based off of sort of their intersections are the intersections, or the fruits of truth and love are justice. The fruits of truth and courage is honor. The truth of love, or the fruit of love and courage is sacrifice. And then where all 3 meet in the middle is humility, and where all of them sort of meet at the outside is spirituality.
Can I get that as a picture at some point in my life?
Yes, you can.
Good.
Yes.
Nope. It's like as a picture that I can look at and reference to.
Yes.
Like yes, you can show me a picture on your phone. That doesn't. I don't have object permanence. I don't remember what it was already.
Intensifies.
Are you having a Moscow mule?
I am. And it's delicious.
I love Moscow mules. I was just like, wait, that's a copper mug.
Specifically a ruby red mule that uses grapefruit vodka.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's.
Oh my gosh.
I have sake I can't have right now.
Girl that I used to date had sake.
Mm. Yeah, I've had sake a couple of times.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. There was a David and I went to a sushi place. And they served it heated. That was interesting. It was very
that's how you're supposed to serve it.
Yeah.
So there's the 8 virtues.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, hello, Autumn.
It's tangential. Get it? Because we're going on tangents.
Yep. And humility is actually, technically speaking, separate from the others, because what's the opposite of spirituality? Well, it's like pride. And when pride is left unchecked, it leads to a downfall, which leads to humility. And there's like specific things that, like specific symbols that go with each of them. Like humility is a shepherd's staff.
I've seen this before. This is the additive color wheel.
Like
We
honesty.
studied this in user experience.
Honesty is an open hand. Like valor is a sword.
So all I'm seeing is that spirituality is the opposite of humility. And I don't think that one quite lines up.
Okay, so technically spirituality, the opposite of spirituality, the absence of spirituality is pride. But basically it's like pride isn't in and of itself a virtue. It's what comes after pride, which is humility. That's the virtue itself.
Yeah.
It's so think of spirituality is the combination of truth, love, and courage. Humility is having truth, love, and courage, but they're independent of each other.
I'm just imagining Arranis going up to these 8 warriors and going, I don't think that the model that you all are basing your presentation on is all that accurate.
This is not even Arranis. This is just me.
Anyway, so I'm trying to think of what the fuck else happened.
This isn't complete nor consistent. Girdle would be displeased.
You got a bunch of keys.
We did. We got a bunch of keys.
You finally, or tuning forks. You crafted the tuning fork for Githray.
Aera read the Manual of Understanding, or the Tome of Understanding, rather.
And fell out of a tree.
Fell out of a tree, rambling about how we're all sandcastles holding back the tide.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Like
That's
I am
right.
the universe, and the universe is everything.
Yeah.
She had an Elric Brothers moment. I am the one.
I have seen truth.
You know this is a picture book, right?
That's right.
But no, it wasn't I am the one. It's I am the world, and the world is me.
You realize this is a picture book, right? That was like it was the fucking hungry caterpillar. The hungry caterpillar gave you a deep, profound understanding of the universe.
Aera insists that's not what
I do remember that now.
when she was reading it.
Oh my god, that was fucking great. Okay,
Arranis' wisdom is simply too low to comprehend it.
It really is.
Well, that and the magic has left the book, so it could just be some mundane book right now. It hasn't left it. It's been suppressed for 100 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be the very hungry caterpillar for 100 years, and then it will go back to being a tome of understanding.
The very hungry but understanding caterpillar.
So
The very hungry for knowledge caterpillar.
Look deep into the caterpillar's eyes and see the galaxies swirling therein.
to be fair, Arranis is better at getting punched in the face than he is at being wise.
That's a good point. All right. So with all that having been said, how do you wish to proceed tonight?
So,
Carefully.
Clearly.
yes, respond with an adjective. Or an adverb, I guess.
Well,
not an adjective.
Yes.
My plan is to do a sending to one of the people that we banished back to their plane to get a name of a town.
Yeah.
Open up a demi-plane, rest in there to regain my spell slot, and then plane shift
Yeah, that sounds like an excellent plan.
to the town.
Sounds easier than air travel.
Do you remember who any of these people were?
Yes, I do. I wrote this one down.
Oh, thank
good.
goodness. Thank goodness somebody made notes for their names.
I remember writing them down, but apparently I must have hit cancel instead of save because my notes are not saved.
We're doing a
I'm going to-
one of the people from the Green Dragon plane that
but Illianor would absolutely remember their name.
I just want to point out that I have the name of the dog written down as well.
Yeah.
Do ascending to the dog.
I was
Bark.
tempted to give Illianor the name to the dog just to see what happens. But
You can say who is a good boy 5 times to the dog using ascending.
It just replies, "Bah. Ha, bah, bah."
Oh, sorry, 4 times.
5 times. Who is a good boy?
Oh, you can say who's a good boy.
I dispense wisdom from my wisdom tooth. Hi,
Who is
I
a
am
good
the
boy?
dog.
It's 5 words.
Yeah. You can say who's a good boy though.
That doesn't
Who's
get you
a
any.
good boy?
Oh, that gets you 6.
No.
Who's
25
a
words.
good boy?
I thought it was 20 words. Sorry.
25.
Okay.
Or less.
You can say it 6 times. Yeah.
Yes.
With 1 word left over.
And then you.
at the
You
very
at the end. You.
So-
Bang, 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 bang. Sorry.
No. No, the high school, going through that in high school was enough. Thank you.
Bum.
Yep.
Bum. Bum.
Anyway, so I'm going to cast message on Brienne the Bard.
All right.
And I'm saying that as in I'm going to do that. I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but that's the plan.
Ask them what their town name is.
Yes.
What is the name? Okay, but that doesn't get us there.
Yes, it does. And I hold up the fork.
That gets us to the plane.
Right. But if I remember when we came back here, how I described like the teleportation circle inside of my hut. You can be very specific with these things.
I thought that only works to another circle, or to a random spot on the plane.
I can name the town that they're in and say I want to arrive inside the center of their town.
Oh wow, that's broken as fuck. Okay.
Does it
There is a little
account
like
for
out
the
of
possibility that there may be more than one town named this?
that's where the DM can, mess with it a little bit. But
okay.
Generally, with plane shifting in 5th edition, the more specific you are, the better it turns out for you.
Okay, that's fair.
Where are you? Washington Boulevard.
Oh no.
Where are you? Main Street.
Oh fuck.
It's at that point that I say, you know what? We're not going to go fight the Green Dragon at this point.
Let's go fight the Red Dragon. God damn it,
You
people.
deserve what you get.
Hey, I can be immune to fire damage. Let's go fight the Red Dragon.
I'm immune to no such things. Last I checked, the Olim Heart does not grant me resistance to fire.
All right, so you message Brienne the Bard.
Yes, I like to say, we're ready to assist. What town are you currently located in?
You get back something along the lines of, "We're in danger. We're in danger. They found out about us. Just say the Great Tree. That should get you close enough. I've got 4
No more
words left. Fuck.
Bye.
Fuck is the last word.
The Great Tree. Wow.
Great tree. Well, they're in danger.
And we're sure they're on Githray, not Easegard. Okay.
So,
Are we 100% certain that their city isn't actually called Danger?
I thought about that for a very long while.
I mean, I understand with context, it's probably not. I just wanted to,
Well, worst come to worst, we can wait a day and we can teleport to danger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Please do.
Go to.
Oh, magical
I'm in
hours.
danger.
Bring me to Chuck the dog.
By the way,
So-
I get to have the sake.
Hopefully there's only one tree left in Githray, so when we say the great tree, we don't just get to some frick off redwood.
Well, if it has enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Symbolism? No. That's the wrong word. Something like that.
Clout?
Symbolic importance.
Yes, that.
Clout.
If people have called this thing the Great Tree for a long time, it might be known as that.
Is it an influencer? Does it have
Yes.
social media?
What's social media?
You know, when you go share the kills you've had with other people, social meat, yeah?
Oh, that's a
Oh,
funny play on words.
I don't hunt that often.
Well, I mean, that's not my fault.
Wait, don't we only subsist on, magical food at this point?
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
so this is the part where I tell you really awkwardly that I've been, nicking rabbits and stuff.
So who have you been sharing it with?
Me?
That's not
The
how
other
sharing
rabbits.
I mean, so I don't know how to cook. None of you like eating raw meat, so kind of just leave the bones around for carrion. Eating
So,
birds.
like pelt, like a pelt ball,
What?
like how owls do it.
No! What? No. Do you think I swallow them whole or something?
No, you obviously tear off
Apparently, I haven't seen
strips.
you eat before. So do you?
No!
Wait, we have to know, do you have teeth?
Sometimes, Arranis, I feel like you don't know me at all.
I thought I knew you a lot better. I thought you at least shared a table with us for the past couple of years, but apparently
Yeah.
that's just been imagining it.
I mean, gruel doesn't really do it for, my metabolism.
I have a mansion that prepares whatever you want. Have you been going outside and catching rabbits instead of eating at the feast?
No, I've been asking the mansion to make rabbits for me.
Okay. First of all, I did not know that my mansion could make rabbits.
Did you ever ask?
Like actual living rabbits.
Well, no, it can only make dead ones, but I asked them to make it raw.
Roar.
Hey, Throck's here.
Oh yeah, we have to pick up
Hi,
Throkk
Doc.
too.
Apparently, it's a huge freaking deal that I eat rabbits on the side of the breakfast spoon garbage that everybody expects me to eat around here.
First of all, we haven't.
Wait a second. You're not using the breakfast spoon?
You don't let anyone use the breakfast spoon.
She didn't ask.
I have the. So my new picture now is that we make a mansion. I go inside, eat whatever the fuck I want. Everybody else is eating from a fucking cardboard spoon.
No, the spoon is made of whittled oak.
I'm sorry.
It just makes everything taste like cardboard gruel.
I'm sorry. The whittled spoon.
Cardboard!
The whittled cardboard.
Shut up.
I heard the whittled carp. I like that even better.
There's 12-course meals off to the side, and everyone else is eating from the shitty little spoon.
I am not, because
Except for Aera,
freaking
Who's off hunting rabbits?
who's hunting dead rabbits that have been conjured from another plane.
Look, sometimes you just need to pounce on something.
You're not a cat.
No? I'm a bird of prey.
Or as far as we know, horny.
You're
not-
You're
all
you're a
three.
DC comic character.
You're not all that religious.
I'm glad that Jim. I'm glad we both went in opposite directions with that joke, but it's the same joke essentially.
Nerd.
You're a DC comic character. I didn't know you were religious.
Rain is just quoting true facts about the owl.
The Aarakocra is a playable race in 5e.
True fact. Owls actually have down on the front of their feathers, on the front of their wings. So when they glide, they make almost no noise.
It
That's
decreases
why Aera's so good with her
turbulence.
stealth rolls.
Yeah, it's because I'm fluffy.
Also cute and fluffy. Anyway, so is Illianor taking us to another plane, or is
Yeah, anyway, after
Real quick.
pleasant revelation hour.
It didn't work, no. Stop freezing.
Alright, so you're creating your demi-plane yet?
I can.
wait? But can't we just walk into the mansion?
Or you could do that.
Let's walk into the mansion.
Okay.
Alright, so you take 10 minutes to conjure your mansion.
Takes a minute. 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. You take 1 minute to conjure
You
your
take
mansion.
10 minutes to conjure 10 mansions.
You grab the door handle that magically appears there, and as you grab it, the little lines of light flicker out from the doorknob and go up and down and form the door that's now in midair. And as you open it, the door solidifies into a solid oak door, and that leads straight into the mansion. I've never actually described what it looks like when you go into the mansion. I kind of wanted to do that today.
It never gets old.
I think
It's
about.
always awesome.
I've thought about staining it green.
No.
Don't you have, like, spatial control over this? Can't you just snap your fingers and make it green?
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Being able to snap your fingers and make it green.
I can already snap my fingers and make things green. I have prestidigitation.
He's not wrong.
So do
Like
it.
he made Throkk green.
I am green.
Exactly.
See? Look at how good I am.
Wait a second.
Is that your natural hue, Throkk?
Hang on.
Anyway,
Fuck you! No, I've always been green.
The long con has failed.
Damn.
I mean, I could roll a deception check.
Whoa! Hang on. Hold up. Wait a second. Roll 20. If you do the drop down bar and click a different name, it changes your picture.
What?
Hooray.
Like, let me just reconnect real quick. Do you guys see Mika?
Yeah. How are you doing this?
Because I have control.
Holy
over...
shit, look at that.
What?
I put mine as Grace for a second.
Amazing.
Oh shit, look at that.
Cool.
Holy shit.
This
What?
changes everything.
That's great. Alright.
Oh no, the DM has a new toy for when his camera doesn't work and he's talking as multiple NPCs.
Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot.
Anyway,
Okay. So yes, you create the mansion. You go in. Do you have a meal by yourself while everyone else is sitting around the fucking breakfast?
Oh, did the butt of my glaive get the enchantment moved over to it as well?
Yes, if you spend like 1,000.
Thank you.
No.
so I'm going to
Oh, the booty your glaive didn't do any damage.
while we're getting the demi-plane spell ready, I'm going to get balls of raw meat, and I'm going to just kind of toss them and see what Aera does.
You trying to juggle?
Is this not more entertaining than catching rabbits,
It doesn't seem very sanitary.
as opposed to catching and eating raw rabbit?
Oh, are you patronizing me?
I'm confused. I'm experimenting. I'm experimenting.
Okay.
What's
So,
Arranis' passive perception?
Not that high.
so you want me to try to catch these bowls of what? What is that? What sort of meat is that? What are you throwing?
Actually, yes, it is.
I would like to quietly
Pull?
walk up behind Arranis and just scream pull.
Oh! He just throws it into the air.
I'll try to catch it. Oh no no!
Wait, what?
Got it.
Exploded it.
What did you do?
It's cooked now.
I smacked it with my hammer because I said pull. I'm playing t-ball with Arranis.
It's pronounced
So this
Throkk, it's
ball of
pronounced
now
four.
cooked meat of some sort streaks across the mansion and splats against the far wall.
And it's stuck there. It's just stuck there.
Alright, I forget how young you guys are.
Illianor,
Hmm?
please take us somewhere else.
Do you want to have your meal there so that we can defeat the dragon, or is that later?
That's not a today problem.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's a problem for maybe tomorrow, B.
A problem for tomorrow, Arranis.
Alright, everyone join hands, and I will cast Plane Shift, naming the Great Tree with the Fork of Githray.
I want Arranis to wash his fist.
So you strike the. Remember, the fork is shaped like a dowsing rod.
Yes.
So you strike it, and it makes this like woody thunk, and then all of a sudden these little like roots sprout out of it, and like boom, right into the ground, and start spreading out all throughout the mansion, and all the roots just kind of keep spreading out and branching off from each other, and soon enough the entire mansion is like a you feel like you're inside of a giant like or like just a giant root ball. And then when they all pull away back into the tuning fork, you find yourself, it's the middle of the night, you are in you see off in the distance this massive tree.
Oh, we know where we're going.
Like easily, like maybe a quarter of a mile with the canopy. Like the canopy's probably like a quarter of a mile.
So are we in a forest as well?
You are not in a forest per se. You can see lots of trees off in the distance, but very close to you, what appears to be like a 30-foot tall hedge.
Shrubbery.
I'm not
And
heading into that.
Past that is that giant tree. And you see lots of fires dotting in the distance, and off to the west, you hear a lot of chanting and drumming.
Ooh.
How far off can we discern?
Say it again?
Can we discern how far off to the west?
Couple 100 feet, probably.
Okay.
So I'm going to
give me
cast...
a second. Give me a second.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because I only get to do this once a day, and you save your shit for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my once per day clairvoyance and place a visual spirit over there as opposed to being able to hear, because we can kind of hear the chanting, but I want to be able to just see what's going on.
All right. Does that take 10 minutes?
Let me just double check.
I would guess probably.
It just says you gain the ability to consult with your ancestral spirits. When you do so, you can cast the augury or clairvoyance spell without using a spell slot or material components.
All right.
So it says the casting time.
Clairvoyance spell.
I want to see through
The casting time.
Clairvoyance
my
is 10
invisible
minutes.
ancestor.
Clairvoyance is
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes, okay.
So it takes 10 minutes.
So you sit down and you actually like listen to the chanting and things like that, and actually you get kind of into a rhythm with it, and after about 5 minutes your spirit appears.
Ooh.
And you see Throkk sitting like in the lotus position, and his eyes open up, and they're like, it's Aang in the Avatar state, like his eyes are glowing.
Nice.
And a spirit emerges from behind Throkk and flies off in the distance.
And turns invisible.
Yes. And Throkk, you see, you don't hear anything, but you can see many people dressed in various feathers, scales, furs drumming on things, and you see Brienne the Bard, Karth the Ranger, Boots the Halfling, Chuck the Dog, and Laylee the Cleric.
I want to use my action to switch to hearing.
Okay. So you don't hear anything, but you do. You don't see anything anymore, but you hear. You hear something along the lines of, "Brothers and sisters, we are here tonight to judge these people. They have betrayed Regna Coile, the Emerald Hierophant. May his glory shine upon those who believe."
I think the dragon's a god here.
Oh, that's just cute.
"They shall face their judgment in the great hedge."
Ooh.
And then you hear a lot of like cheering and like thunder, like, you know, drums thundering and things like that.
Now I want to use my action to switch back to seeing and see if there's any changes in the scene in the surrounding area.
No, you just see more of them. Now they're like, there's druids, clearly people who are druids with like big spears poking these people in. One of these people snaps his finger. They were bound with some kind of vines, something like that. They fall off, and they're forced into the hedge, which closes behind them.
Well, shit.
Can I try flying up? Oh no, I suppose we don't know about this yet.
Yeah, Throkk is the only person that knows about this.
I wait
My bad.
I wait to see what happens next with the group of people outside.
There's more drumming. You can definitely see them drumming. The dude in like, he's dressed in like these big furs. He has like some kind of wolf pelt head on his like wolf head on his head as well.
Can I get a sense of race from these people, or is it a variety?
It's a variety. Looks like a mixture of like elves, half-elf, humans.
Do I see any half-orcs?
You do see like a handful of half-orcs.
Ooh, interesting.
They're wearing like fur pelts and things like that. They get like big axes that appear to be made of like some kind of bone. Some of them have like what appear to be like some kind of pick, like animal tusk used as a like a pick.
Hmm.
Can I get that axe? Boneless. I just don't want any bones in it, man.
All right. Seeing that they seem like they're sticking around for a little bit, right?
Yeah, probably.
I pulled the spear back. So, remember those noobs that we crushed? I mean, trained?
It was the danger over there?
They got caught. They're deemed as traitors to the dragon. Sounds like it starts with an R and has a lot of apostrophes in its name.
Okay.
For betraying the dragon, they were shunted into the Great Hedge Maze.
Oh! You mean this
as
thing
a trial?
right here?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
And
gonna
if
try
I
to
remember from the Green Dragon, from what River told me, we might be able to climb over top of it. I don't know if you're going to be able to fly easily.
How come?
Well, that was a regular Green Dragon. This one's a big one.
Oh, you think it'll just come and like snatch me out of the sky and eat me whole or something?
The dragon might fuck you up. You might get fucked up by a flower petal. I don't know.
Oh.
Might be something similar to the White Dragon.
Well, maybe I should just fly up here, see if I can get a look at what's sort of going on in the maze. Like we're not in the hedge yet. So maybe I can fly up and see what I can see.
Oh, and the entrance closed behind them by itself.
Oh.
So I'd be careful, it might be able to grab you.
Okay, I will be careful. I'll stand back a good ways from the hedge, and I'm just going to fly up a little bit and see what I can see on the other side. Oh, piss. On the other side of the hedge.
So you flap your wings a couple times and you take off, and one of the first things you notice that this hedge isn't always like 30 feet. Sometimes it's like 50 or 60 feet high. Sometimes it's like 20 feet. It kind of dips and changes in different areas, as if the hedge itself has been like growing and like expanding.
Ooh.
Like as the hedge itself is like alive, not just in like the plant sense, but like the whole thing is actually expanding. The next thing you notice is that the entire top of it is covered.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to like fly in or try to discern from a visual sense.
Okay.
Like from an upward sense. You also get a better look at that massive tree in the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean massive. I mean this thing's like the trunk is a good like you probably figure like maybe a quarter mile wide. Like this thing's
Diameter?
you're looking at like the size of the hedge and you're like gauging it and you're like maybe this thing's like an eighth of a mile wide at the base, but like when you start getting up into like the branches and the leaves, which are at least a mile high off the ground.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
This is a
Tic-tac,
big
what do you
ass fucking
see?
tree.
What do you see?
Oh, okay. So I can't fly over the hedge.
Can't fly under it.
Gotta go through the hedge.
So,
Yes.
Throkk, could we?
It's enclosed from the top. It looks like the height ranges from about 20 feet in some places to 60 feet in others.
I see.
And you know how there's some weird people who don't understand how geology works, who think that plateaus are like cut down tree trunks.
They're not?
That tree makes me think that maybe somewhere somebody actually saw one of those things. That tree is you could get altitude sickness.
Does
from
it
going
look
up
like
to the
it's
top
in
of
the
that.
center or past it?
It's in the middle, but it also looks like this hedge has sort of grown out like a creature, sort of. It's got like a mind of its own.
I got an idea.
Hedge mimics.
I got an idea. It'll take a while, but let's put our left hand on the left wall and never let go, and just keep walking forward.
I kind of feel like it might try to eat your hand.
I have an idea that we've used before, actually. I want to make a survival compass. Again.
So, does that at all seem like sunlight?
No. I just need to
Okay.
take this needle, rub it on this magnet, stick it in this cork, and put it on some water, and this will face north.
Oh,
Hopefully. Unless there's some horrible magics that won't.
What if
What sorcery is
What
this?
if north is different here?
Then it'll point to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns
Sort
out
of-
Vernon is
So-
magnetic.
At least we can, if it's constant, we can keep some
Nah,
sort of
it's just
charge.
your
Yeah.
attractive personality.
Now,
Nah.
question is, are we trying to save these other adventurers?
Yes.
Okay. We need to tell them to do the same thing, and then we have to find them.
Can
So
we
Rowan,
have
you had a
Half-Orc
question
thing?
for me?
I have a thought.
Hmm.
We
Was
could
it
just
directed
tell
at
them
me?
not to go too far into the maze, and then go into the same entrance they went into.
So
entrance
that would mean
closed.
walking 200
It's gone.
feet that
Oh.
way, and saying, "Hey, we hate your god. Put us through the trial, and hopefully we don't get killed before going in the hedge maze."
Yeah, what if they just decide that because they don't know who we are, we aren't eligible for their brand of justice, and they just
I'm very
decide to put us
charming.
down.
Tic-tac, I think you should just rush in there and say, "Praise the cleric."
Praise the what?
The cleric.
Praise the cleric.
Maybe they're secretly a part of that secret organization.
I don't think that
I don't
really
know.
tracks. But was this some sort of honorific?
No, they were talking about how they're traitors, and they needed to be tested on trial by the Great Hedge Maze.
Oh, I meant for the dragon. You said they thought it was some sort of god. I was wondering.
Based
if
on
it
the
was like a
names
title.
of the dragons that I've encountered, either a long name that starts with an R and sounds like it has a lot of apostrophes in it is a powerful dragon,
Okay.
or it's a very pompous elf.
Okay.
Oh,
Did I mention he was called the Emerald Hierophant?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't hear emerald. I just heard Hierophant.
The Emerald
Yep,
Hierophant.
specifically the Emerald Hierophant.
The Emerald Hierophant.
Oh,
So
do we
if
have
you're
Very
gonna-
important honorific.
yes,
If we're
most
gonna- if-
most pure-blooded elves do have very obnoxious names. My great uncle
His name
is
was
one
Tim.
of the worst, and if you pronounce it wrong, he gives you lashings.
Well,
I don't like going to his house.
it's good that we have you and your very simple name here, Ington.
I have a nice, sensible name.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Anyway, so
Arranis, did you have a question for me?
yeah,
Not anymore.
Because you said my name.
are we gonna pretend?
Okay, question for you. Are you able to, like, contact them inside the head?
Yes. Maybe.
Give it a try.
I'm going to contact Brienne the Bard and say, we saw that you're in the maze. We're going to go in too. We're going to try and meet up with you. Don't panic.
Amazing.
So, as
Okay.
you begin to cast, you start getting this kind of feedback.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do I lose the spell slot or no?
Pulling out the wild magic table.
You
He's
lose
pulling out
spell
the wild
slot.
magic table.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. That
He's
sounds
pulling
like a
out the wild
no.
magic table. Oh no.
Nat Librum, Nat Librum.
Mika shows up and rolls on the chaos table every time Arranis rolls
Yes!
casts the spell.
Chaos table.
Shush.
Yeah.
Each creature within 30 feet of each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
I am amazing.
Where are my hands?
Right where they're supposed to be.
Where
Calm down.
did they go?
Shush. This is amazing.
So, Arranis, you begin casting your spell and you send it. You receive nothing, and now all your party members are gone. You can hear them, but they're not there.
Where
Wild
are
magic.
my hands, Arranis?
How about I have a better question. Where's the rest of you?
I bet.
Where's the rest of me, Arranis?
Tit-tat. I bet if you can see him, right? I bet if you hit him, it'll break his concentration.
Totally gonna do it. I'm gonna try to hit him.
Yes!
I'm going to
You have
duck.
advantage on your attack. You have
She
advantage
announced-
on this attack.
Wait.
Illegal
Time out.
damage.
She announced that she was going to attack. Don't I have...
No, because you can't see it.
10 non-lethal damage.
All right, so
But
you
you're
just
visible.
Arranis, you just all of a sudden from behind you, you're like, ow! And there's Aera.
Oh, it just breaks like
It
that?
works.
That's hilarious.
Also, I'm sorry.
I didn't know which invisibility, so I'll just cast Prestidigitation to get myself out of it.
You want...
Yep, you're
You
there.
will never see Vernon Woodrow Worthington again.
Oh,
I have become a good.
Thank goodness. I've been waiting for this moment.
So let's take 10 minutes.
So yeah, after a minute, Vernon reappears.
Damn
And
it!
Please tell me that he's naked.
please tell me he's not.
He
Just because he's so convinced that he'll never be seen again. He's like, I can be free of societal constraints like clothing.
yes, absolutely. I never have to worry about keeping up appearances again. Oh, I'm free. Oh,
see
God.
that
You're
Vernon got.
literally wearing all your magical items, and that's it.
Yep,
got, like,
I
your
am wearing. Hold on. I am wearing armor.
Oh, chafing. Oh,
I was hoping
And
that you
your
would
cloak.
purchase some armor of doffing.
So
And boots of elven kind.
Vernon, we
So
have
you're
people
running
to
around
save.
in your cloak and boots.
Yep. And like a breastplate.
Ooh.
It's actually a
Nope.
+3 chain shirt.
Oh, okay. And chain shirt. No pants.
No pants.
You probably wouldn't actually be able to see anything because the chain shirt would probably go down to about mid-thigh.
Oh my god.
But you would be able to tell
Oh, yeah.
that he's not wearing anything under the chain.
He's just, he's just like hip thrusting at everyone.
Oh, sure.
it's
Are
nice
you
to
by
have,
chance related to wood elves, Vernon?
Speaking of,
Yes, on my mother's side.
speaking of appearances, You look cold.
Oh, remind me. Did Mavarax stay in Coronin?
Mavarax came with you just because,
Yeah.
Okay.
but he will not be participating in combat.
Yeah.
Unless someone wants to run him. In fact, someone should probably run him.
I'll run him.
All right.
So you all don't die screaming.
Thank you.
I'll run him.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck.
So
I have to have my PHB handy because he doesn't put the description of any of his abilities down, just the page numbers.
So now that we've been standing here for 20 minutes waiting for the trial of the Hedge to get going for those people we're trying to save, maybe we should get on it.
Yes, it does sound like a good idea.
Okay. And I start walking to the west 200 feet.
No, I suppose we could probably just go in here.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I thought we wanted to do the same entrance.
Well,
Sure, we can try that.
here's an idea. How many of us can Dimension Door?
I can.
I can. Can anyone else?
Cool.
Because that only gets four
I
of
can
us.
Dimension door. Let's
Hold on.
dimension.
Hold on, though.
Hmm.
Arranis, did you mean to make all of us invisible?
No.
Hmm. Do you think that it might happen again if we try to dimension door? Or something like that?
I think it will, actually.
Oh. Shit, did they break your magic?
I am the strongest one in the
I wouldn't
party,
want to try to dimension
it's
door and
finally
something
happened again.
absolutely
I don't
horrible
think they
happen.
broke just my magic.
Alright,
Oh,
so
Thank you for your concern. I think.
Vernon, you reach out and you put your palm against the door like you normally would. It's kind of like one of those like swinging doors like you get in a kitchen that opens both the ways when you cast it. Like you just press it and you take a step through and you actually smack right into the hedge and you fall back. And
Ha, science. How much temp hit points does Arranis give now? 21?
Temporary hit points that I give is going to be my level.
I'm not
Which-
shitting this. I'm not shitting you. For the next minute,
21.
you can see any invisible creature in line of sight of you.
Amazing.
Wow. Do you see anything that you didn't see before?
Do I see anything that I didn't see before?
You do see a pixie kind of giggling at you
Amazing.
on Mavarax's
Yeah.
shoulder.
Also, upon becoming visible again, Vernon will try to put on his spells again.
Thank you.
It's like, oh shit, I gotta put pants on.
The pixie?
No.
Hello there!
Yeah, it's Mimi. That was her name,
Hello,
right?
hello there, Pixie. Do you have a name and interesting backstory that you could share with me?
My name is Mimi, and
Amazing.
I hang out with Mavarax. I sit on his shoulder. I have an
Have
acorn.
you lost any? Have you tragically lost any loved ones in your past?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm very happy for you then. Unfortunately, I haven't tragically lost any of my loved ones either.
Like it took a second to like. Tragically, I haven't lost any of my loved ones either.
Vernon's tragic backstory. Everyone I love is alive.
He wants so hard to be like a brooding like anti-hero,
Yeah.
but he's got nothing. He's got nothing to brood about except the
Nope.
fact that he can't brood.
He's
Vernon, who are you?
he's an edgy boy who was raised in money and went to Bard College and Wizarding School.
Oh my god, he's Seto Kaiba. Oh god.
And now he's part unicorn, so you know, that's nice.
Vernon, who are
Alright.
you talking to?
Oh, the Pixie. You know, Mavarax's friend?
Who?
Well, you don't know,
I
Yeah, no,
heard
Pixie.
something talking from like Mavarax's
Same
shoulder
as Mimi?
area. Can you see her?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Right
weird.
there.
I look where he's
So-
pointing.
Hey, I know that we're all happy that like, hey, random spells are being cast every time we cast a spell.
Happy.
Well,
I'm not happy at all.
That I'm reliably the
Curious.
strongest party member again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So maybe
so
it's
but
just
what about the whole
outside of the maze?
saving people thing?
Yeah.
I was trying, and
We sort of all walking
We're sort
over
of
here. I don't know
try-
why
try
you're
and
standing
erring.
back there.
We're sort of trial and erroring ways to get through the maze.
I mean, what if we just go up to it, ask it nicely, say we're here for the trial, we are horrible, horrible people, etc., and maybe it'll let us in.
I walk.
Yes,
up
can
to
we
the hedge.
lie to the hedges?
I
I
mean,
walk up to the hedge. And I
Okay.
say, "Fuck the Emerald Hierophant. They're a piece of shit. We don't like them."
We're here to kill your
It does
dragon.
not respond.
Uh,
hi, we are here to throw these traitors, Aera gestures behind herself, into the hedge maze for the trial of the hedge.
It does not respond.
okay.
Don't have a druid. We can't speak to the plants.
I'm gonna start punching it.
I try to. I'm getting the attention of the druids.
I'm gonna start punching the hedge. Oh,
Every time you punch the hedge, you're gonna take.
I'll just punch the once then.
You take 2 slashing damage.
Ow! Okay, so
As you
punching.
punch it, and like a bunch of thorns like dig into you.
Okay, this thing is mean.
Oh god, it's the glass maze all over again.
Ah!
Hmm.
So
At least you can see this maze.
punching it doesn't work.
Did
Setting on
did
fire
I
won't
did I get
work.
the attention of the druids?
We haven't tried setting it on fire yet.
One creature comes wandering towards you. He appears to be dressed in these big, like a big bear pelt, and he has a bone axe. Like
Is it one
an
of the
axe made out of
half-orcs?
like some kind of like shoulder blade or something like that.
It's one of the half-orcs?
Yeah, it's a half-orc.
Alright. I approach and I start speaking in orc because this never happens.
He responds in orc. He's just basically like, "Hail, brother."
Rain, brother.
I
What brings you to the great tree?
I heard there were traitors being sent into the Hedge trial.
Yes.
I've
They shall be, if they are strong enough, they will be judged by the Emerald Hierophant. May his footsteps bring many crops.
His footsteps from many crops. Is
And also with your spirit.
Are only the unworthy? I'm not from around these parts. Are only the traitorous, unworthy sent into the hedge maze, or may we attempt to surpass this challenge to seek an audience with the Emerald Hierophant?
All unworthy are welcome. The traitors must earn their. All people who are unworthy must earn their audience.
Can you
Even those who are worthy must earn their.
can you grant
Those
us
who are
entrance
worthy
to the
know
trial?
the way.
Can you grant us entrance to this trial, or do we seek another?
And because we're worthy, we obviously know.
Perhaps we.
If you wish entrance, then you need only ask.
Oh.
I'd like to go in the maze.
And he turns to the hedge and says, "O great Emerald Hierophant,
What about the
these
magic?
who are not worthy. O great Emerald Hierophant, may
Oh, dear.
your breath bring many rains upon the crops. Those who are not worthy, wish an audience with you. May your mighty maze prove them worthy, or they will perish in their trial." And it's silent for a moment. And then the hedge peels back.
So let's say we just want that first part. Is there any way we can just get the first part?
What?
You don't understand any of this, Arranis. This is all in. Actually, Throkk, you don't even understand that last part.
Is it druidic?
What?
It was in some kind of like ooga booga language.
Alright.
Well,
Wow.
doesn't
Wow,
Aera like
okay.
The
under-
Lily goes unga bunga.
Doesn't Aera
Um,
understand all of it though? Because Tongue of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Aera,
right.
you can understand it.
That's
Aera,
right.
you can understand all of it.
I forgot about that.
You
Aera, what
also,
do they say?
but you have no idea. You don't understand why no one else is understanding.
Yeah.
So Arranis, we get to go in, but we have to go through the maze to meet the dragon.
Did
We
he?
have no way around it.
Did he say anything about the magic?
I didn't ask,
Can you ask?
brother.
What about
Brother.
the magic? Why is the magic like...
Brother, what of the heretics who don't worship the great Emerald Hierophant?
Oh,
They
those who
cast
derive
they
their
cast-
magic not from the rock and the tree, but from the book and the page. Their magic will not work as well. But us, brother, and he places his hand on your shoulder, who are guided by spirits, by the plants and the rocks and the trees, by the animals. Our magic is strong.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
This place was specifically designed to torment me.
Dig it?
Yeah. I don't.
Look at all these arcane spellcasters. Like, oh boy!
Reminder,
Glowing.
Aera's probably giggling to herself because none of the spellcasters know what he's saying.
Oh yeah, he
none of the
just says you
spellcasters.
I'm taking full opportunity to speak in nothing but orc because this has
Yeah.
never come up.
Yeah, he's saying that all of you are
There's a
too
lot of
stupid to
grunting
make your
and,
spells work right here.
But there's a chance that this is a power that they've learned to tame over time. Are they able to use it at all?
Of course they can use it, but not without consequence. For
I'm
all
fine with
magics that do not derive from nature, take from nature.
He says you're not living sustainably. You need to be more ecologically aware.
Is this polymorph spell locally sourced?
Sorry, I only use organic spell components.
Has he heard of the weave?
Well, time to switch my patron to Archfiend. No, not Archfiend.
So
Is this locally grown? Is this produced flame locally grown?
so
It's like, oh god, they're hipsters.
I channel the naturally occurring process of rock. Does that mean that my spells
We start doing the fucking windmill on the lyre.
The Bill and Ted global unification peace symbol.
No, that's metal. Never mind.
I think
My
that is a
patron's
no.
celestial. That's more divine, right?
Yeah, but it's not of this earth.
The weave is all-encompassing, therefore I should be fine. But he's saying that I'm not going to be.
Better dust off those dukes there, Illianor. Break out the bare knuckle boxing.
Again, your magic can be used, but not without consequence.
All magic has consequence. This is fine.
But here, your
In order to gain
Your
something,
magic
something
is
of equal value
augmented.
must be lost.
Oh, we're just going to be seeing what happens to the weave in real time instead of...
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Wild magic.
yeah, essentially.
How likely are we to run into traders or others wishing to seek an audience with the Emerald Hierophant?
He says, brother, there are many things in this maze. There are creatures that have been lost to time.
And then
There
the beholder
are.
is floating out.
Horrors. I have survived, been found worthy. I did not find the Hierophant, but I survived.
There are
He
tickle
says,
me elmows
I
and
did
Furbies.
not find the May many moons pass over his reign. But I did survive.
Everyone else. Well, we have a way in. We need to prove our worth. Maybe we'll get to meet the Hierophant. Maybe we'll run into some other folks or creatures. It's now or never.
Alright, let's go.
All right. So,
We should have had
I'm
that
going to
beast
show you
before
something.
coming here. The entire layout of the map. Ah! The maze is a pit.
It's about unlock. See,
I see. Oh no.
Is
This
that
is like
supposed
that,
to be the
this is
top
like that
of the tree's
national
canopy?
park in New Zealand where like they defined the park as being a certain radius around this mountain, and so like there's like a perfect circle all the way around the mountain of where the tree line ends, and farmers have like cut back as far as they possibly can.
Is that supposed to be the
Something
top of the
like
canopy
that.
of the tree?
Say it again?
Is that supposed to be the top of the canopy of the tree?
No, I will reveal it in just a second. I'm going to make Throkk your de facto leader here.
Damn straight.
So, I would like you to first take note of this. Each of these squares represents 660 feet.
Oh,
You entered the hedge over here.
Ooh.
You find yourself, and you know this. I will show you one other thing. You know the tree, the center of the tree is there.
Okay.
Okay. Are we able to
Um,
see a path in either direction right now?
I will hold on. So, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to roll a d4. We will multiply that by 30, and that is how many minutes it's going to take you to get through one of these. I will then tell you what you've encountered, if anything, and I will give you like a map. I'll describe some surroundings, but this is a labyrinth. It is not a maze.
Meaning it only has one entrance? Or
There's only one path to the center.
There are no dead ends.
that's what I meant. No dead ends.
There are many paths, but no dead ends.
Question.
Yes.
Does our survival compass work? Is it just like spinning erratically?
It's just spinning around.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It points to me.
We're at the north already.
If you want, you can make a survival check
Is Illianor training
to
survival?
make to try to make your lives a little better.
I will try that. Oop.
I will disassemble my compass then.
Ah. Well, that wasn't very good.
looking at a
Aera,
whopping
you
0, 2,
you
7.
are able to, after a little bit of wandering, you are able to discern that you have two exits from here.
Okay.
One that goes east and one that goes south.
Alright. So,
We're on the western entrance and we need to get to the center.
yeah. East.
Let's
east
just
or
try
south?
east, because that literally gets us closer.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. Other thoughts? Never done one of these before. Really don't know best practices.
Alright. Let's roll that d4.
Meanwhile,
It takes you an hour to navigate your your way through this first hedge maze.
sorry, I just realized I was speaking.
You get turned around a couple times. You end up going back the way you came a few times. This has really got you turned around. What's really throwing you off even more is there's no light. There's light, but it's not sunlight. There are little fairy fire motes and things like that. Little
I am
things
Groot.
floating around. It's very pretty and whatnot, but
We are Groot.
yes. So you come across. Let's see.
Will-o-wisps.
I should cast light. No.
Ah!
I
Let me
cast
find where I
torch.
put this.
He's so small.
Yes. So in this first place, give me. I gotta get.
Vernon
everyone-
casts light and creates an area of dead magic within 500. 500
Yes. Vernon casts light.
No. Vernon doesn't actually cast light.
No.
After the experience of trying to cast Dimension
Rock
Door,
casts light torch and lights a torch and hands it to Aera.
Thank you.
I was referencing a thing where people unleashed a Tarask by using wild magic.
That's right. They cast dancing lights at the end of like a finale.
Yep.
A finale of like a karaoke performance they were doing.
Yep.
And rolled on the wild magic table. It created a zone of dead magic for 500 miles, reaching down into the rock. And all of the wards that were holding a Tarask at bay below this town.
Jesus.
It burst up out of the ground and killed everyone.
As it's wont to do.
You
Now, this
find
is-
yourselves at a pond.
Hello. Hello.
It's very quaint.
What were the names of the people we were looking for again? Have we
Boots.
Boots? Chuck?
Chet.
Brienne?
Biff.
Do you recognize our voices? Where are you?
And you keep in mind, you're just been wandering
Are there any like little pebbles?
hour 15, and all of a sudden you just there's a fucking pond.
Are there
Oh,
any pebbles nearby?
There are a couple pebbles around the edge of the shore.
I poked my head ever so slightly over the lip of the pond. Is there anything in it?
There appears to be what appears to be like a woman in the pond.
A woman in the pond?
Yeah.
Strange woman in ponds dispensing swords.
Does she have a sword?
I'm
I
looking around for.
I look at her. Is she underwater?
She
Like,
is
taking
underwater.
Is she looking at me?
She is looking at you.
I hold up my left hand and I just point to the ring. And I'm just like, no, and just like back up, shaking my hand. Just like, Vernon,
She
I
just kind
think
of shrugs at you.
I think your soulmate is in the water.
Vernon's soulmates in the water? Are there? So I rolled to look around for like any other enemies or any traps or anything. Do I notice anything?
You notice there's a woman in the water.
Okay.
Her hair is kind of like floating. You got some like fish darting in and out.
Gonna
Nah,
wave at her.
Vernon is reserved. Vernon is reserved for Salek.
I'll wave. Say hello.
She waves back.
Have you seen any other adventurers come through here? They have a dog. There's like a bard and a couple of other people. We're looking for them.
She's been kind of like sitting like lotus style, and then she at hearing you speak, she kind of like cocks her head to the side, and she stands up and she kicks up from the bottom, and she like pops her head out, and
Style.
she starts swimming towards the shallows, and when she stands up in the shallows, you see that she is stark naked.
Oh, you and Vernon could be friends. He doesn't like wearing pants either.
I don't! Pants are pointless!
But her hair is so long, she actually has it wrapped around her as if they were like, it's like covering her body.
Oh.
Convenient censorship.
Animals are weird. Sorry for bothering you. On Aera, these are my friends. We're taking the trial of the
Hello.
Hedge. And we were wondering if you'd seen another group of people doing the trial of the Hedge come through here, because they're a little bit too weak for this and we're afraid they're gonna die.
When she starts speaking, does anyone speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Aera, you understand.
Yes.
Anyone who
Wow.
speaks Sylvan understands her. Anyone who
Yes.
doesn't speak Sylvan does not understand her.
I speak Sylvan.
Slowly
She
mumbles
begins to say-
Jumbo.
I don't.
I don't think I know who you're speaking of.
Oh, that's all right.
Perhaps you could bathe, and maybe then you could learn a little more?
Oh, that sounds.
You should ask her how she feels about the Emerald Hierophant.
What are your thoughts and feelings on the Emerald Hierophant?
Who?
The great green dragon may whose breath make the rains that fall on the crops or whatever.
Oh yes, the Emerald Hierophant. May his scales reflect the sunlight.
No, that answers the question.
Okay, yeah, alright. So she's inviting us to take a bath, y'all.
That's a hard pass.
I want to.
I have a magic house that does that.
Yeah, I want to insight check her.
What's she trying to pull on us?
Would I know what she is?
Oh.
Give me a nature check.
She's a woman, clearly.
Oh, up and up.
You know what I mean.
She's clearly a nature spirit. You're not sure what kind. Like, you know she's a nature spirit. You don't know the name or, like, the style or, like, anything about that.
Because I was literally just about to, like, blurt out water nymph.
Yes. You don't know that.
Okay.
Aera, Vernon, she seems on level about the whole bathing thing. I think she really just likes water.
Okay.
I think we should do it.
I'll step over and
no.
I'm not really one for bathing. Is it alright if I just like dip my toesies in?
Oh, come on.
If
She bats her eyes at you and she leans in.
If my
Vernon, we don't have time for this.
If my feathers get waterlogged, I can't fly. It's really.
She says we can gain information if we bathe. We want information, don't we?
We can learn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we would learn.
Oh, she seems fine. I trust her implicitly.
Or
maybe not trust her implicitly, but
if anything hinky is gonna happen, I'm probably the best one to resist it. So, if I turn into a drooling zombie and I start saying like really nice things about the Emerald Hierophant, you just kill me. I appreciate it. And Aera steps into the water.
Wait, what?
Aera steps in the water. She like kind of starts splashing you a little bit, kind of playfully.
Aera starts ruffling her feathers.
You splash her back.
Vernon will wait.
Yeah, I'll splash her back.
All right, and then she kind of she keeps splashing you, and she's backing away.
All right. I don't swim very often. You're gonna have to,
wait, can you tie like a rope around your waist?
Oh, right. Rope around the waist.
Channel your inner duck, Aera.
Here, Throkk, you hold on to this.
What?
Aera ties the rope around her waist and throws the end to Throkk. Make sure I don't disappear and drown or something.
You start wading in.
Don't
I
let her
need
touch
you to
the
make
knot.
a charisma save.
Oh no! All right.
I'm the best one to resist this one, she says.
25.
She has proficiency
You
in all
start getting
saves.
really sleepy, and you're starting to forget why you even came in here.
Do I feel any
And then you're
slack
like, no,
on the
Emerald
rope?
Hierophant, Dragon, roll the save. Right, yeah.
Do I feel any slack on the rope from Aera as I'm watching her like a hawk?
So,
Kind of like a hawk.
That's
You do
racist.
see her a little kind of woozy at one point, and then she kind of shakes herself out of it.
yeah. So,
Nope.
remember that?
Nope. And I pull.
You were gonna tell us about this information. Slash.
And she kind of and then she dives back into the water.
Oh, look, you offended her.
Then she wanted to bone you until you were bones. So let's keep going.
I didn't understand a word she said.
So,
Really, Arranis, you didn't?
I don't.
His elven blood doesn't run that deep.
So she
I'll
said
teach you
that
Sylvan
if
at some point.
She said that if we went into the water, we would get some information. And it looks like the water might have some properties of making you sleepy and forgetting why you're here. I was able to shake it off, but I imagine The information we were to gather there, just from experience, is that going into the water will probably kill you. Thanks for the hasty escape there.
But what if there's like actually information? You just have to pass the trial.
Well, that's what the hedge is for.
But what if the trials are in the hedge?
I don't care. I don't like this one.
I mean,
You might drown. And that's like
She says she has information. She seems to be honest about that.
I can
I wanna
hold
try
my
it.
breath for a really long time.
So can I, but that doesn't matter.
I'm
Still
very
scared to go.
resistant at being charmed.
Oh, do you wanna
Yeah, we are.
do you wanna go for it, Arranis? Even though
She
you can't
d-
understand her?
She doesn't need to know that
She doesn't need to know that you can't understand
I'm
her.
married. So
Are
I'm
you
not married.
expecting to like?
that's what she's expecting.
Is
Excuse me. I'm also pretty good at like resisting this, and I'm not married.
Yeah, but Vernon, she might bone you till you're nothing but bones.
I don't want to bone
How
her.
about we go together?
I think
Vernon,
she'd like
it'll
that
be
even
it'll
more.
be a bonding experience for the both of us.
We'll all hang together. We shall be hung separately.
Yes, let's go together.
All right.
Pins and needles.
One of you has gives a rope to Seven. The other one gives a rope to me.
Okay, so Vernon, I don't speak Sylvan,
Yes.
so we need to convince her to speak any other language.
Okay.
If she speaks Celestial, Celestial is also a good one.
Oh, I speak Celestial. We could do that. Excuse
Common,
me.
Elvish even.
Excuse me. Beautiful water lady. Do you speak Celestial?
Don't give us that look, no!
I don't think she does, Vernon. Based off that.
You were bad!
All right,
Perfect
so,
timing.
you start wading into the pool.
I'm gonna go with Vernon.
That look. Don't give him a look.
Hello.
Bad for him.
I do.
Yeah. I say to her in Sylvan. Excuse me. Do you speak Celestial? My friend doesn't understand Sylvan. I'd love to speak with you.
He's
And,
lucky I didn't pick him up and dump.
Like midway, I'll switch over to Celestial.
He's lucky that's all he got.
Kind of gives you a quizzical look in Celestial, and then she starts.
And then what?
Next is the bath of water. I'm not kidding.
She says, "I don't speak Celestial."
Switch to Elvish. What about Elvish?
Oh yes, of course I speak that.
All right.
Oh, I don't know
We
what I
found
heard
common-
those words.
Oh, sorry, Vernon. I'm Vernon. Arranis, we found common ground. We can all speak Elven.
Yes, I'm Lord Arranis, the Mythmaker.
Ooh, a lord! And she starts like playing with her hair. It's like floating around her.
I ever so subtly yank just to make him on the rope that has Arranis.
Why did you give him my rope?
Oh, I don't.
I give my rope to Aera because I trust her judgment more.
She
I'm very good
begins
at pulling
to
ropes.
swim up to you. You guys are like you're like chest high in the water now, and she actually starts swimming like between you, because she's very elegant in the water. She's very,
You know, so you said
for
you
lack
have
of a better
knowledge.
term, fluid.
You have knowledge for us.
Yes, I suppose I do. And then she gently wraps her arms around. She's like behind Vernon, and she very gently and sensually wraps her arms his chest.
Huh.
Kind of like puts her head on his shoulder behind him, and her hair is like all like running down her body.
Oh, not ready for this.
I think that there's a knight. I think that there's a knight back home that is willing to speak on his behalf.
And then she like gently runs her finger down his chin.
Could we have some coffee first?
Don't tell me. I'm not attractive, am I?
Oh, you're
Use like these
beautiful.
big puppy dog eyes.
No, you're beautiful.
You're probably his first.
Rock, you're not helping.
So I'm here on business though.
I think I'm being very helpful when no one listens to my ideas.
You can always mix business and pleasure.
He has a counter proposal for you.
I'm not proposing anything. What?
She bites her lip and just kind of like nuzzles into him.
If you help us meet with our friends and take care of this and help us meet with I'm sorry, the emeralds. I cannot pronounce the second word. Yeah, that's not coming out of my mouth.
That's what she said.
The emerald Hararava. Then we will have all the more time to come back and spend it with you.
Make a deception.
Yeah, I will. I was waiting for that call. I was hoping maybe you were going to just take it.
Can I aid him? Like, sort of be like, yes, we'll come back immediately.
I did not name it after the JoJo stand.
So does he get?
Yes, this is a JoJo reference, which is actually not a JoJo reference. It's a reference to Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
Do I have advantage because Vernon's helping me?
Yeah, I'm like sort of hyping it up and be like, oh yes, of course we can come back and.
Do you like run your hand across her cheek or anything
Sure.
like that?
Yeah.
You're really hamming it up. Okay.
Ooh!
Yes, my name is Arranis Windriver. I get what I'd like.
It's Wanahakaluti all over again.
This is like Wanahakalugi. What are you talking about?
No, it's Pond Wanahakalugi.
Right, we lied. It's only a pond.
Her eyes like kind of narrow at you, and then she like seems to think about it, and she says, "You are in the realm of the Fae. You should be wary of the deals you buy. But I suppose it's a deal." And she holds her hand out.
Vernon shakes her hand.
Don't do.
Vernon, as soon as you shake her hand, you feel something come over you.
Damn it.
It is a sense of
Arousal.
duty. It is a sense of honor. It is a sense of dread. Write down that you have been marked by the nymph.
Oh, my video's not on. I'm doing like the Jack Nicholson nod.
that one. Does Jack Nicholson do the thing with the eyes?
Yeah, that is Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Please tell me he didn't just shake the water spirit's hand.
Okay, I will not tell you that.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull it back.
Wait.
No, I got Arranis is right.
Okay.
So, he shook your hand. That means you have to part with the information that helps us with what we want.
Oh yeah, he's in the big tree.
No. It was a two-part deal. Nice try. Also help us find her friends. If you
She
recall,
points
that was
to the west. Or she points to the north. They're that way.
Is there a path to the north that we can see?
I will tell you in a second.
All right, Titek now.
Oh, so it was. I specifically said that he had to come back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Vernon.
Yes.
I walk up to Vernon. I'm going to whisper in his ear.
As we yank you out of the pond.
I'd like you to back up into the pond, and then walk backwards into the pond,
Yes.
and then leave.
Right. I do that.
Alright, so you walk out of the pond.
So he
Yep.
came back to the ponds.
Yes.
And Vernon, as soon as you step back into the pond, you don't want to leave this pond.
This pond was made for me.
Yeah, more
Vernon?
like you were made for this pond.
Vernon, come here.
You feel like if you leave this pond for too long, you might die.
What?
That's fine. I'm sure.
I'm gonna. Come on, Vernon. Come on.
And
come
she
on.
just like squeals and jumps on you. Yay!
Does anything seem off about Vernon once he gets back in?
He the water spirit seems to be giving off some kind of aura of just like a fey aura, and Vernon does too.
It's like a Hotel California.
Does it seem anything remotely like a curse, according to Mavarax?
You're not sure. It's hard to tell because technically Vernon did give his consent.
Mm-hmm.
He made a deal with the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
That was not part of the deal. The deal was to come back to the pond, of which he did.
The deal was to come back to
And
the
now he's
pond.
gonna stay.
No, stay was not part of the deal.
Yeah, but now he feels compelled to.
I am going to attempt to cast Charm Person at a 2nd level on both Vernon and the nymph.
Would it affect the nymph?
I'm going to
That
find
is
out.
an excellent question.